6. But if ye shall at all turn from following me, ye or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes which I have set before you, but go and serve other idols and worship them, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed. For my name will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. That's why they call us all kind of names, except for the 12 tribes of Israel. And at this house, which is high, everyone that passes by it shall be astonished. They're going to be shocked. And shall hiss. They shall say, why hath the Most High done thus unto this land and to this house? When they see it destroyed as such, and they shall answer, because they forsook the Most High their power. That's why we went into captivity. That's why the Most High destroyed our land. That's why he destroyed us as the children of Israel. He said, because they forsook the Most High their power, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold upon other idols. Most High didn't give us no religions. You won't find any religions in the Bible. You can find how we follow different idolatries of these other nations, and the anger of the Most High came upon us, and he forsook us because we forsook him. Verse 9, and they shall say, they shall answer, because they forsook the Most High their power, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold upon other idols, and have worshipped them, and served them. Therefore hath the Most High brought upon them all this evil. That's what happened last week. 2 Chronicles 7. 2 Chronicles 7. We're going to start at verse 19. He said, but if you turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, my laws, my rules and regulations, which I have set before you. We not in the wilderness now. He's still talking to us. But if you turn away and forsake my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and shall go and serve other idols and worship them, then will I pluck them up by the roots out of my land, which I have given them. And this house, which I have sanctified for my name, will I cast out of my sight, and will make it to be a proverb and a byword among all nations. And that's what we are now. Proverbs and bywords among all nations. And this house, which is high, shall be an astonishment to everyone that passes by it, so that he shall say, why has the Most High done thus unto this land and unto this house? It shall be answered, because they forsook the Most High power of their fathers, which brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other idols, and worshipped them, and served them. Therefore hath he brought all this evil upon them. Over and over again, people. Jeremiah 7th chapter. We're going to start at the 13th verse. Jeremiah 7:13. A warning to Israel. Jeremiah 7:13. And now, because ye have done all these works, said the Most High, I spake unto you, rising up early and speaking, but ye heard not, and I called you, but ye answered not. Therefore will I do unto this house, house of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, which is called by my name, Yahshua, wherein ye trust, and unto this place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I have done to Shalom. And I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brethren, even the whole seed of Ephraim, talking about the northern tribes. Remember, they was over here in the western hemisphere long before the majority of the southern kingdom came. Therefore pray not thou for this people. That's what he said, don't you pray for them. Neither lift up cry, nor prayer for them. Prayer for them. Neither make intercession for them. Excuse me, neither make intercession to me. Well, I would not hear thee. That's deep. He said, you can't pray to me, don't try to be interceding for them. Because I ain't gonna even listen to you, I ain't gonna hear you at all. So seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven. That's what they done a few days ago, preparing for Christmas. Semiramis, that's what they were doing. Making cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other idols, that they may provoke me to anger. That's what's going on. It ain't stopped, it's still happening right now. Our people honored the Queen of Heaven the other day, and her son Nimrod, and Tammuz. Do they provoke me to anger? Said the Most High, do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore thus said the Most High Power, behold, mine anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man, and upon beast, and upon the trees of the field, and upon the fruit of the ground, and it shall burn and shall not be quenched. Thus said the Most High Power of hosts, the power of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices and eat flesh. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your power. So if you're not obeying the Most High's voice and doing his laws, statutes, commandments, he ain't none of your power. Think whatever you want to think. You don't want to follow his commandments, he said, he still got his face hid from you. So who you rolling with? Satan. See, but this thing commanded I them, saying, obey my voice, and I will be your power, and ye shall be my people, and walk in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well with you, well unto you. See, if we do what he say do, be obedient. But they hearken not, as usual. But he say we're rebellious. They hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walk in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart. Remember it said, for many are deceived by their own opinion, their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion to overthrow their judgment. But they hearken not. They ain't listening to the Most High, nor incline their ear. They ain't want to hear what they have to say. But walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backwards and not forward. And that's what a lot of our people, they're going backwards. They're not going forward. Because you can look at any condition. So a lot of people have their consolation right now. This is it. They think they're going forward, and this is it. This is all they have. This is their salvation right now, right along with Esau. Whereas we that's going to try and work toward the kingdom are going forward to the kingdom. And not looking backwards. You can't go backwards. You go backwards. That's why I'm dealing with this backsliding and forsaking the Most High. So since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers. So each generation is getting worse and worse and worse. He said they worse than their forefathers. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them. But they will not hearken to thee. So they ain't going to listen to you. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. But thou shalt say unto them, this is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Most High thy power, their power. Theirs is personal possessive pronoun showing ownership, nor receiveth correction. Truth is perished. The law is perished and is cut off from their mouths. They ain't think about the Most High's rules and regulations. People just do whatever they want to do and think the Most High knows my heart. I better deal with that because I done said that a few times. And that's how Israel feels. But it tells us in Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. See? That's for your heart. The most I know your heart, it says desperately wicked. Your heart is desperately wicked and deceitful. Going back to Jeremiah 7, verse 28. But thou shalt say unto them, talking to the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, this is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Most High, their power, nor receiveth correction. Truth is perished and is cut off from their mouth. Cut off thine hair, O Jerusalem, and cast it away. And take up a lamentation on the high places, for the Most High have rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. You cut your hair off in mourning. For the children of Judah have done evil in my sight. You so-called Negroes, you done evil in the Most High's sight. Saith the Most High, they have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to pollute it. I mean, think about it. How you gonna take your idols and take it to the house of the Most High when you know the truth? And they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I commanded them not, neither came in there into my heart, burning our sons and daughters into the fire of Molech. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Most High, that it shall no more be called Tophet, nor the valley of the son of Hermon, but the valley of slaughter, where they shall bury in Tophet. There shall be no place. And the carcasses of this people shall be meat for the fowls of the heavens. Say, you're going to kill us. And he did kill us. And he said, the carcasses, the dead bodies, you're going to allow the buzzards to eat up. Fowls of the heavens shall eat the dead bodies. And for the beasts of the earth, and none shall fray them away. Nobody going to scare them away. Then will I cause to cease from the cities of Judah, and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth, and the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, for the land shall be desolate as it is today. No more marrying, no more happiness, no more joy. And this would happen to us. This is our story. Let's see. Our people don't want to take to the warning. And so you see, these things already happened. It's going to get worse and worse. In these last days, it's going to be the worst time it's ever been in the earth. That's why we got to come back to the Most High. He's our only one. Look at Jeremiah 11 and 9. Jeremiah 11 and 9. And the Most High said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Conspiracy with the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, and those other tribes that was in the southern kingdom. That's what he's talking about, the southern kingdom. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other idols to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. See? Talking about all 12 tribes, the northern tribes and the southern tribes. We broke the covenant that the Most High made with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob, and to the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 11. Therefore thus said the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. So he's going to bring this evil, and though we cry unto him, he said, I ain't going to listen. So I'm not even going to pay attention to them. He told us, look what he said. I mean, don't get it twisted. This is who we serve. That's why I say most people don't even know the Most High. You think you know him, you better think again. Look what he said. All praise and glory to his holy name. Proverbs 1. Once again, he said, Proverbs 1 and 24. It says, because I called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. People not paying attention. He stretched out his hand, no man regarded. Because the Most High ain't dealing with men. Let's see. He say he stretched over his hand. How he stretched over his hand? So you can hear what he's saying to you. Go to Psalm 17, 14. From men which are thy hand, O Most High, from men of the world. Okay? So he stretching forth his hand, which is men bringing forth his word to our people. Then until now. Proverbs 1:24 again. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Yeah, men bring forth this truth and people don't regard it. But ye have set at naught nothing all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. See, I also will laugh at your calamity. She's going to laugh at you when your calamity comes. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when he bring the tornadoes and hurricanes and storms and the destruction upon you, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they have hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Most High. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. That's why going back to Jeremiah 11. And 11. Therefore, thus said the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. So evil from the Most High. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Remember, he said he's going to laugh at you. He said, I ain't going to listen to them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods or the idols unto whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of thy cities were thy idols, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal, Nimrod, worshiping Satan. Therefore pray not thou for this people. Don't pray for them. Neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. What do you say?